Well, tonight we crack open the Barrell Batch 35. Welcome to the show. Well, while we're letting it breathe a couple minutes, let's see what the bottle tells us about this Batch 35. We know it's cask strength. It's a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. This is bottle number 2362, and it's the age stated as 6 years, which is the minimum blend bourbon that is 6 years old. It's actually a blend of several bourbons, including a 6-year. Well, the back of this is kind of hard to read, but it looks like all the Barrell bottles as far as the shape goes. The labels are always different from bottle to bottle, different colors. But I really like that how they look together up on my bar. In fact, I need to make more room on my shelves for barrels. I've got one or two more that I still haven't opened. And I'm interested in the Batch 34 now. I've heard that's a really good complement to the 35. So I need more shelving. So what does the website say about it? 'Cause it's easier for me to read on that. And you go to barrelbourbon.com and talks about Batch 35. It says Barrell Batch 35 is a blend of 6, 7, 8, and 13-year-old bourbons. A multi-mash bill blend of 6 and 7-year-old spicy and earthy high rye, high proof oak forward barrels was combined with a blend of an 8-year-old softer, lower proof barrels and concentrated notes of dark cherry and butterscotch after mingling for 2 months. 13-year-old barrels with dominant fruit flavors were layered in. That's interesting. A portion of these barrels had more tropical fruit notes, and the other portion showed more dried and candied fruit notes. The resulting bourbon is a peppery and intriguing on the nose and sweet and long on the finish. The derived mash bill, the combination of all of it, basically boils down to corn 78%, rye 18%, malted barley 4%. Now, I was kind of worried when I heard about all this, high rye, high proof, but then when they blend it all together, the rye is only 18%. And usually when it gets above 20%, that's when sometimes it doesn't favor my palate. Well, let's see what the nose thinks. Certainly more traditional bourbon than I'm used to out of Barrell, because all the other barrels I have are finished. So, getting traditional, brown sugar molasses, some cinnamon, vanilla, oak. It's not real strong, the aroma, not like a finished bourbon would be, but it does smell very nice. And a little bit of dark fruit going on there too. Maybe some cherries. Only way to find out for sure is to taste it. Cheers. It's definitely got a lot of peppery baking spice right on the tip of the tongue there. I mean, it's good. It not a real hot pepper, but it's there. And definitely that cherry comes across, and maybe some other dark fruits, maybe some raspberry. It's not real sweet, but it's sweet enough even for someone like me. Let's take another sip. That is good. It definitely less sweet than I'm used to in the Barrell products, but that flavor, that richness, the mouthfeel, the way it coats your tongue, and it's bourbon all day long. Nothing else in there. You just get Just a real flavorful, mature, complex bourbon. And what's amazing to me, it was it 117 proof. Does not drink like 117 proof. It drinks really lower than I would say my Maker's Mark cask strength, and it's 110. Very nice. I mean, very nice. I'm impressed. So let's take one more sip and we'll come back for final thoughts. Well, I had a great final thoughts going on there, and then the battery died. So I'm going to try to repeat what I was thinking about. I was saying how wonderful the finish was on this bourbon, how long it lasted. You get that dried fruit, the dried cherry, and baking spices and a little bit of pepper on the end, and it's wonderful. I mean, it really is a long-lasting finish. Probably one of the best finishes I've tasted in quite a while. And I was looking back on my shelf on the break, well, what does it remind me of? Well, it reminds me of any of the mature bourbons I have back there that are well-known and well-regarded. But the one it reminds me the most, the one that I think I could compare it to, would be the Widow Jane 10-year. It reminds me the most of that. And if you cannot get this batch 35 and you don't have a Widow Jane 10-year, this is an excellent bourbon. Now, it probably generally runs around the same price in most markets. I think I see this anywhere from $70 to $80 depending on the store I go to, and this is probably right around $80 in at least it is in my market. I paid right at $80 for it. I think the MSRP is right at $85 maybe. But if you cannot get the Barrell Batch 35, get you some Widow Jane 10-year. You can see that I certainly have been drinking it. And although I don't have a backup for this like I do the Decadence, when I do finish it, I will get another one because I do enjoy it. It is probably my second most favorite 10-year bourbon. And if you've been watching the show for a while, you know what my favorite 10-year bourbon is. It's the Eagle Rare. I'm a cheap date. So, value for the price. Well, as with any of the Barrell products, you are generally talking $80 to $90 in most markets. So value is kind of a perspective. In my mind, it's definitely worth the money because of what you're getting, this blend, this maturity, something you're just not going to find on the shelf very often because the Barrell distillers are masters at blending this stuff. I don't know how they do it. Even their finished stuff it's all wonderful. I really don't care where they source it from. It's a wonderful product that they make and they put in their bottles, and this is no different. So ranking. Our ranking 1 to 5, and I'm sure you've seen that before. 1 being the highest, saying go and get it right now, don't wait. 5 being don't bother. And we've yet to have a 5. I'm certain it's coming sooner or later. My luck is not that good. So I would tell you that once it comes out, I don't really see people jacking up the price of the Barrell products like some other things like Buffalo Trace. I think you probably can find it $80, $85, maybe $90. I don't think you need to pay over $100 for it, but I do think it's a good value for what you get. So I'm going to give it a solid level 2. It should be your next purchase. It is wonderful. It is something I think as a bourbon collector, if you're a collector like I am, you want on your shelf, you want to experience. If you're just somebody that's like, well, I'm just kind of getting into bourbon, you look at all the overpriced bourbons out there that you can spend more than $100 for and aren't near as good as this batch 35. So If you just got deep pockets and want to spend lots of money, then go buy whatever you want. But if you want to buy a good value, if you want to buy a good bourbon, this batch 35 is my recommendation. We hope you will like this video and you'll comment and share, and please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button because that's how we grow the channel. We're really trying to grow the channel and add more content, and we need your help. And as always, never drink and drive. Please drink responsibly, and if you've not tried a Barrell, try one. You'll be happy you did. See you next time.